Cikarang berikutnya berangkat ferry, rangkaian 10 kereta.
STM Indonesia rendah banget. Aku orang Korea, naik kereta atau KRL dari stasiun Duren Kalibata, terus naik, udah penuh loh. Terus stasiun berikutnya stasiun Cawang kan, masyarakatnya dorong-dorong terus, mau yang ada yang turun, ada yang mau naik, waduh campur-campur banget. Mas turun dulu mas turun dulu mas, itu orang-orangnya teriak-teriak mulu, tapi kan masih ada yang naik, padahal banyak penumpangnya masih belum turun.
Ooh, nice. I'm so impressed. This station, I love it. This is unreal. Look at that. I haven't seen anything like it for a long time, you know. Wow, that's so cool.
One thing that they have here, which I just think is so amazing, is they've got women-only carriages. So only women can go in there. Here it is.
Hai guys, selamat datang kembali di channel RJ Story. Dalam video kali ini, kita akan membahas sesuatu yang mungkin terlihat sederhana, tapi sebenarnya punya dampak besar dalam kehidupan sehari-hari, yaitu budaya menggunakan transportasi umum, khususnya MRT di Malaysia. Siapa sangka, hal seperti antri, tertib, dan menjaga kebersihan bisa jadi sorotan dan bahkan bikin negara lain terdiam. Jadi, apa sih yang membuat budaya ini begitu menarik? Jom kita kupas bersama.
12 kereta. Dan Cikarang berikutnya berangkat ferry, rangkaian 10 kereta.
भाई मैं इंडोनेशिया की ट्रेन का एक्सपीरियंस करने आया था। यकीन करो ट्रेनों में खड़े होने की जगह नहीं होती, पाँव रखने की जगह नहीं होती। बहुत ज़्यादा यार क्राउडी है इंडोनेशिया की ट्रेन।
STM Indonesia rendah banget. Aku orang Korea, naik kereta atau KRL dari stasiun Duren Kalibata, terus naik, udah penuh loh. Terus stasiun berikutnya stasiun Cawang kan, mungkin Cawang ada LRT-nya, terus Cawang ada bisa transit ke Transjakarta. Jadi banyak orang-orang mau nurun. Masih pintu aja belum buka, dorong-dorong terus di dalam, orangnya penuh banget, dorong terus. Aku tangannya udah luka loh, udah sakit. Kena pintu, di depan pintu ada alat-alatnya, aku nggak tahu nama bahasa Indonesianya, maaf ya, tapi aku kena itu alat-alatnya, dari udah dapat luka. Terus di dalam orang masyarakatnya sekitar di depan pintu, mereka bilang jangan dorong mas, jangan dorong mbak, itu mah masih belum buka pintu aja, kenapa dorong-dorong terus gitu kan ya, sumpah kenapa gitu-gitu tuh. Nah kemudian stasiun Manggarai juga mau turun tuh, masyarakatnya dorong-dorong terus, mau yang ada yang turun, ada yang mau naik, waduh campur-campur banget. Mas turun dulu mas turun dulu mas, itu orang-orangnya teriak-teriak mulu, tapi kan masih ada yang naik, padahal banyak penumpangnya masih belum turun. Aku setiap hari sekarang gitu kan, aku kan salah satu orang asing yang kerja di Indonesia, jadi aku pakai KRL atau kereta ini setiap hari, Senin sampai Jumat. Wah parah banget hari ini, pulang kerja juga, pulang pergi kerja semuanya parah banget itu situasinya, orangnya penuh. Terus itu sopir keretanya ada bilang tunggu kereta berikutnya, ya tentu saja kalau ketika masuk kerja nggak bisa kan, soalnya ada waktunya batasannya kan, kerjanya kan. Aku ngerti sih, ini kereta Indonesia juga harusnya lebih sering datang loh, harusnya jam kerja jam 7, aku biasanya naiknya jam sekitar 7 dari Duren Kalibata. Kalau keretanya udah pergi harus nunggu minimal 5 menit, maksimal 10 menit juga. Terus tiba-tiba stasiun nyampe Manggarai. Gitu juga ada keretanya, bukan nyampe kota Jakarta.
Gak ada yang keluar, masuk mulu. Naik kereta berikutnya aja udah. Bu udah gak muat bu. Awas bu, udah mau berangkat bu.
Silakan ibu, kereta berikutnya akan bisa jalan, kereta berikutnya bu, kereta berikutnya.
Ya Allah Akbar. Turun. Gak bisa jalan. Egois, tau gak? Bisa bu, sekarang bu peraturan bu. Peraturan nomor 1 bu. Iya. Yang
nyawa nggak bisa diganti, Bu. Kita nggak tahu ya, kalau tadi mungkin ibu-ibunya mungkin harus ngejar meeting atau buat ini benar-benar udah urgent banget, kita nggak tahu. Gaji sebesar apapun, tapi tetap keselamatan nomor satu. Masalahnya adalah keretanya itu jalan, pasti ada yang kecelakaan. Tugas pasti disalahin. Bisa jadi kalau karena nggak jalan-jalan, kereta setelah yang kereta tersebut itu mau masuk, itu bisa nabrak dan kecelakaan lagi. Jadi banyak banget yang dirugikan, gak cuma diri kalian sendiri, tapi orang lain juga. Telat apapun tetap prioritaskan keselamatan.
Guys, kalau kita perhatikan, salah satu hal paling mencolok dari pengguna MRT di Malaysia adalah kebiasaan mereka yang sangat disiplin saat mengantri. Tanpa perlu diawasi ketat, para penumpang secara alami berbaris rapi mengikuti jalur yang sudah disediakan. Tidak ada aksi serobot atau dorong-dorongan, semuanya berjalan dengan tertib. Ini menunjukkan bahwa kesadaran individu memainkan peran penting dalam menciptakan suasana yang nyaman untuk semua orang.
Jadi kalau di Malaysia itu mau naik MRT itu beratur kayak gini. Tapi kebanyakan yang naik MRT di Malaysia itu cewek, bro ya. Kalian boleh lihat. Ini mau naik MRT jurusan Putrajaya. Dan sekarang saya lagi di MRT Tun Razak FZ. Bersih.
So one of the other reasons why I love Malaysia is because the train stations in Malaysia are very, very clean. Whether you take the MRT, LRT or commuter, it's clean. You don't see any graffitis anywhere. It's beautiful. If you go to France, it smells pee and there is graffitis everywhere and people do not take care of it. Go Malaysia.
Why is it better to take the MRT in KL? To be honest, I did try to run from place to place in KL, but there are too many road hazards like this which force me onto the road sometimes. And there's the occasional wild dogs which makes me a little bit scared. Or if you're thinking about driving or taking Grab, I would say good luck to you. The MRT here looks very new and very clean. And the frequency, especially during peak hours, is pretty fast. And the seats are really comfortable even for a big butt like me. Peak hour also no problem to get in. Did I mention they even have cabin for women? How thoughtful. So when my wife angry, she'll purposely sit there knowing I cannot cross to reach her. Don't know any Melayu, no problem, as everything is translated into English. And almost all the major malls are within walking distance to the MRT. All you need to have is a touch and go card. Even if you don't have, you can easily buy a one-time ticket at their machines. And yes, the MRT connect to the airport too. So if you're rushing to the airport and still want to take a car, pray hard your plane will not fly away before your car reach. So save the environment and take the MRT today.
Hello, I want to go to Jalan Metro Pudu.
From here, Museum Negara, then you stop here. Then you change to the yellow line going to Chan Sao Lin.
How much is it to go there? Oh, to 20. Oh, very good. Right, so this is what we've got. I think we have to touch it. Ooh, nice. I'm so impressed. This station, I love it. This is unreal. Look at that. I haven't seen anything like it for a long time, you know. Wow, that's so cool. That's some cool train, I would say. Look at that. Very spacious. Wow. This is like another level, you know. We are at Tun Razak Exchange and now we need to go to Chao Sun Lin, I think. Hello, I want to go to Chan Sao Lin. Is it this? Already go. Okay, thank you. Wow, I'm really impressed with the safety in here. Look at that, all these doors. Wow, really impressive about the transport like trains in Kuala Lumpur. Look at the platform sizes in here, how spacious it is. Wow. So the other fact that I like for the women's, the separate coaches, which I think makes sense, you know, because when everything is mixed up, maybe a man is looking at a woman, they don't feel comfortable. But that's perfect example of how it should be done. I think we have like 2 stops to go to our next station or destination, and let's check out this train here. What? Wow. And we're gonna have a seat. That's some cool trains in here. The other one I had, it was so good. Nice and neat. Look at this one here. Very nice. A little bit colorful. Very clean. On these MRT trains, there's no like comfortable seats with a cloth or something. It's only like the plastic ones, you know, and I think it makes sense. These ones, just wipe it off. I think this is how it should be. And also this way you don't get too comfortable, you know, in these seats. Just go where you need to go and that's it. And we arrived, that was so quick. Wow. Wow, look at this beauty in here, guys. This is how the station should look like. I'm really, really impressed. For London, many years to come to have stations like this. This looks so good in here, I love it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I love it. And this is how you get out of the MRT here in Kuala Lumpur.
This is my first time getting the metro in Kuala Lumpur, so let's see what it's like. That is my ticket. We're going to Bukit Bintang. There we go. And this is how much it costs. There's our token. The public transport here is actually pretty affordable, which is nice. Let's go. I actually love trying the public transport whenever I'm abroad. It feels like it's part of the experience. I feel like a local. It's so clean in here. It's actually really nice. One thing that they have here, which I just think is so amazing, is they've got women only carriages. So only women can go in there. Here it is. We made it. The metro here really reminds me of the one in Stockholm in Sweden that we went to. That one was so nice and clean as well, but overall, such a good experience. Love the metro here.
We have found one of the best ways to get around KL, especially at busy traffic times, is the MRT, and we're going to take you with us today. We are on our way to the Twin Towers to see something really cool tonight, and the way that I work it to get on the MRT is I check on Google Maps and it sorts out the route, which line I need to go on and what we need to get off at and switch over at. So we've just worked that out now and we're going down to catch the MRT. Next stop is to buy the actual ticket, so we come to the ticket machine over here. Alright, so I need to buy the tokens. That cost 8 ringgit for all of us. That's only half the journey. You get this little token, you tap it on and it lets you on through. And that's really, really nice and cheap for us as a family of 5, 8 ringgit to get through. Perfect. Another great thing about the MRT is it's air conditioned, so it's nice and cool in here, nice and fresh. Because it is peak time, it is super duper busy, but the aircon is good, so it still feels nice and fresh.
It's great.
It is good. So we're nearly there now, and we're not sitting in a grab waiting for ages in the traffic, so that's all good.
We're about to take the MRT in Malaysia for the first time since we've lived here. I know, we normally get Grab. So apparently it's a 2-minute journey to see what it's all about. Wondering how far down into the ground we're actually going. This is our 3rd massive escalator. Can feel air conditioning inside now. Oh, it's hot today. I don't know what to do.
So you get Bukit Bintang.
Token available admission.
Okay.
You just type Bukit Bintang KGL.
Terima kasih. 4 orang. Lebih easy.
So that's just cost us 4 ringgit 80.
You get the red one because it's your birthday.
Isn't it better than the UK? Because when I went to London, you had to scan your card all the time and then just stopped at a certain amount. But this is just way easier.
Interchange station with KL Monorail line.
And that was our trip on the MRT. Would definitely do again.
Selain itu, ada juga budaya yang sangat dihormati, yaitu memberikan laluan kepada penumpang yang turun terlebih dahulu sebelum masuk ke dalam kereta. Kedengarannya sepele, Tapi praktek ini sangat membantu menghindari kekacauan dan mempercepat alur keluar masuk penumpang. Ditambah lagi, suasana di dalam MRT pun cenderung tenang. Jarang kita dengar percakapan yang terlalu kuat atau mengganggu, karena masing-masing penumpang saling menghormati ruang publik. Tidak kalah penting, kesadaran menjaga kebersihan juga sangat terlihat. Penumpang tidak makan atau minum sembarangan, serta menjaga fasilitas umum dengan baik. Hal ini tentunya didukung oleh sistem yang sudah dirancang dengan rapi, mulai dari penanda antrian, aturan yang jelas, hingga fasilitas yang memadai. Semua ini membuktikan bahwa kedisiplinan bukan hanya datang dari aturan, tapi juga dari kebiasaan yang dibentuk secara konsisten. Jadi guys, dari apa yang kita lihat, budaya tertib di MRT Malaysia ini sebenarnya bisa jadi contoh yang sangat baik untuk kita semua. Tidak perlu menunggu sistem sempurna untuk mulai berubah, karena semuanya bisa dimulai dari diri sendiri. Dari hal kecil seperti antri dengan rapi, menghormati orang lain, dan menjaga kebersihan. Harapannya, kita juga bisa menerapkan nilai-nilai positif ini dalam kehidupan sehari-hari, khususnya saat menggunakan transportasi umum di negara kita masing-masing. Karena pada akhirnya, kemajuan sebuah negara bukan hanya dilihat dari infrastrukturnya, tapi juga dari sikap dan kesadaran masyarakatnya. Terima kasih sudah menonton di RJ Story guys. Jangan lupa like, share, dan subscribe untuk konten menarik lainnya. Sampai jumpa di video berikutnya.